Peace, y'all. It's Zane Spirit. I go by he, him pronouns, and you are now tapped into the Aligned Vision episode 3, brought to you by Soul Drive Global. So, in this episode, we're going to be extending on the previous episode's little cliffhanger. We were just talking about how it's important to have a foundation for your business and your soulpreneurship. And especially if you're building legacy, like this is really the video for the people who want to create legacy or people who just want to have a consistent brand and something that really speaks to their audience and speaks projects their vision, right? Like you want a brand that actually tells your story without you having to say too much. Okay? And that's what we're getting into here. So we've got the foundations down, we've got your what you're doing, why and who you're serving. Now we're getting into what is the voice of your brand? What does it say when you're not around about what you're doing? How does it best represent what you're doing and why and who you're serving, right? So in this space, it's important to notice that every brand will grow over time. So I really want to say that this is about practice and not perfection. I really want to hone in on that practice, not perfection. My brand has changed many times, not excessively, but several times throughout the past 8 years, and that is normal. When I got to about year 3, year 4, that's when I started making, I had a revised logo. And about every year I change my website. Every year, every 2 years, or I add things to the website, I change things. I keep the same font, okay? It's part of your brand. Keep the same fonts, keep similar color palettes or palettes that go with your colors, right? You want your brand to be recognizable. So something that I'm going to warn you guys that a lot of people do is to stay away from caricature. Why can I not say that word? Caricature or cartoon type of logos. People love to use them. I think they're cute, but they don't have longevity. You want to pick a brand that has a symbol or something that is recognizable, right? Like whether that be just the lettering. So for Soul Drive, we have SD or SDG, or we have our little mascot, which is the meditation person. So, and it's very particular. Our meditation person is very consistent. It's been consistent from day one in our brand. And what that means is people know that that's us, even if they change, even if our colors change, our fonts change, whatever. That when they see that, they're gonna be like Soul Drive Global, right? So you want something recognizable, even if it doesn't have your name, if it has your symbol on it, people know it's you. You want your brand to speak for itself. So with that being said, you're going to kind of figure out what kind of logo you want. You're going to get something that has a base logo that has your actual name written out. It's called a word logo. So you're going to have a word logo. So for us, that's Soul Drive. Um, and then you're going to have a symbol of some sort. And in that symbol, it could be the lettering, it could be something that is on brand with what you're trying to do. If you're doing makeup, some people use a little makeup brush. Some people do, they have something that talks about what they do, right? So it's recognizable to people who have never even seen them. They're like, oh, like if people see our Soul Drive meditation person, they're probably like, oh, this is probably a wellness brand. Like it makes sense. People see my logo and they say, oh yeah, it makes sense. It's a wellness brand. It's a meditation brand. It's a spiritual brand. People know it because they know when they see a meditating person, it's going to be something along those lines, right? So you don't want to just put something random on there. You want it to really define what you're doing. Some people have symbol logos, some don't. I like symbol logos a lot as long as they are very classy and they fit the brand. And even as I'm mentoring other business owners, I say, okay, does this fit what you're doing and is this recognizable from afar? If you see the Starbucks logo, you're going to know that's Starbucks even without. If you see the Dunkin' logo, you're going to know that's Dunkin'. If you see, the Walmart little smiley face, you know that's a Walmart smiley face. You get what I'm saying? Like, make it something that is simple but unique to you and it describes what you're doing and it kind of brings together the full picture of your brand. Then you're going to choose colors. And if you don't know what this vision is going to be like, I always recommend meditating. Just like I told you to meditate and sit with your inner child, have some fun with it. I do recommend having a little bit of funding to the side for things like branding. Branding matters. Branding matters early on. Now, your LLC or like your filings, you can wait a little bit, like about 6 months to a year, and you can wait. You can wait because when you first start your brand, you're probably not going to be making a lot of money immediately. If you do, great, file it immediate, right? If you have the money to file it, file it. But you have a little bit of leeway between the time that you can start your business and when you actually file it with your state. And you need to look at your state laws. Obviously, I'm not in your state, so I can't tell you. Look at your state laws, educate yourself on your laws. Get get an idea of what your states require. I'll also say with that is that yes, you do have a little bit of time, but you want to establish your business at some point early on because you can put your business expenses, your first year's business expenses on your taxes. Please get your money's worth. Get your deductions. Do the things that I did not do early on. I'm telling you from experience. So back to the branding aspect. So you're going to meditate. You're going to ask yourself what colors really represent things. Depending on where you're at and where you're watching this video, those colors may be different, right? For Soul Drive, we have greens. Okay, it's a very we have earthy colors. We have browns. We have a yellowish color, a gold, a kind of goldish. It's kind of a muted gold now, but when we started, it was more of a gold. You know, these colors demonstrate what I want to invoke in the people that are witnessing my brand. So it tells a story, right? Like green is giving very calm, very serene. It's giving earthy. It's giving also abundant. We think green, got that green? Yes, very wealthy. So it represented what I wanted in my life and the tone that I was setting in my life, right? And the tone that I wanted to also set and invoke in my clients. They're colors that I wanted to bring together because it represented the story of my brand. So really think about what your brand story is and how you want to portray that. Shape your brand to reflect you and your vision and who you're serving and why. Okay? So catch me on the next episode. We're going to get into more of the businessy side of things. And thank you so much for watching.